nightmares in my head. I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Are reports of a new surge of killings in West Darfur. Aid agencies operating in Chad say arrivals from Sudan described the deadly violence as they were fleeing the country. The fighting between the Sudanese armed forces and the paramilitary rapid support forces first broke out back in April. On Saturday, the RSF announcing they had taken over the main army base in the capital of West Darfur. And of course, Sudan is seeing a significant increase in its ongoing displacement crisis. CNN's David McKenzie joins us now from Johannesburg. Great to have you on, David. Look, we've seen millions of people that are displaced, and this isn't just a war between military factions. I mean, we're seeing civilians being killed, and we've heard as well first-hand accounts of just how that is now intensifying.
That's right, Eleni, and certainly this violent civil war shows no signs of stopping, no prospect of a ceasefire, and very disturbing reports coming out of Western Darfur in particular, Eleni. I want to show you some video that we have geolocated from the outskirts of El Geneina, showing what appears to be ethnic Africans in that region, rounded up, surrounded by rapid support forces or other Arab militia. Now, in the audio of that video, you can hear men taunting those who appear, at least in part, to be civilians, older men, young boys, many of them with terror on their face. You can see there them shooting out over the men as they flee. And then the second video I want to show you, equally disturbing, a larger group of people rounded up. Again, they use ethnic slurs towards them. They are discussing in the background what to do with these men. In one case, someone says liquidate or kill. We don't know what happened next. But this is part of a pattern, Eleni. In the western part of Darfur, there have been multiple allegations and confirmed reports based on our own reporting and that of the United Nations of mass graves, of civilian casualties, of targeted killings, and the specter of ethnic violence. This has caused an almost immediate, according to Doctors Without Borders, flood of more people fleeing over from West Darfur into Chad, into those precarious camps on the border of Chad. Here's one young woman speaking about her experiences.
They told me that my brother was killed, and we don't know where he is. I, my mother, and my sister's children came. We don't know where my father is. We couldn't find him. They burned everything and took everything. We did not bring anything with us, only God and our clothes.
It's a terrible cycle of violence. The US and Saudi-backed talks between the RSF and the Sudan armed forces appear to be going nowhere. They seem to have potentially agreed on allowing humanitarian corridor for aid to get in. But even as it's dropped off the focus of the world from when that conflict started back in April, the killing goes on, the ethnic targeting goes on, and those atrocities appear to have been happening in just the last few days. Eleni?
Okay, I wanted to play that because I did want to talk about the Sudan. There's an ethnic cleansing going on in Darfur. In the Sudan, the rapid support forces are heading the cleansing of the area. Now, to me, sometimes I feel like it's resources that the people may not know of in the land, in the area, that other nations, and you know what other nations I'm talking about, will fund these wars on each side to create this conflict, to create death, leaving the women and children exposed to be exploited and harmed, but to get rid of the men and take over the resources. I try to follow the money on it. But with Sudan, the land has mineral deposits, but not all are exploited. And they include gold, uranium, chromite, gypsum, mica, marble, and iron ore. And you know, there's a lot of people here in the United States who love to buy marble, you know, building their homes or renovating their homes. Mica is something that is used in a lot of beauty products, makeup products. I'm guilty of buying makeup products. I love makeup products, but this is something that they use in makeup products. And you can get beauty products without it in there, but I do know they use that. And uranium, we all know why they want that and why they will kill for that. And it says, despite a great hydroelectric potential, only a small percentage of the Sudan's electricity is produced by hydroelectric plants. Now, I'm going to leave the article in the description box. The passage that really affected me was the child malnutrition is rampant. Women are being raped. Violence is prevailing all across the Sudan. And entire families are sleeping outside with no roof over their heads. Now, ever since the war broke out in Sudan, since April, 4.5 million people have been displaced and 1.2 million have fled to neighboring countries. And no matter about these so-called talks, because you can't talk your way out of this, and for the Americans to be like, oh, let's have a talk about this, they're on some BS. And you heard in the video that, this was from Arabs. Now, I'm because I can hear it now. If you think I'm talking about everyone, you can just leave now because that's asinine and ridiculous. But this is what's happening to the people in Sudan at the hands of Muslim Arabs. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, on behalf of the African Union and the United States, called upon the SAF and RSF to put the Sudanese people first. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm not going to read into any more of this because I'm just going to get mad and then I'm going to start cussing. And like I said, all of these people are complicit in this. All of the people in the surrounding area. Like I said, the Saudi Arabian government, the Muslim Arabs, the Israelis, the UN, the United States, and all of the other European countries, because they must create chaos and they must displace people to get to what they want. And if they have to pay people that look like them, that are willing to do this horrific crime, they will do it. They know there is always somebody who is willing to harm their own, especially within the diaspora. I'm talking about Black people. Happens here in America too. There is always someone who you can give a biscuit to tap dance and undermine what the people are trying to accomplish. This is concerning and needs to be addressed and should be talked about. Please advocate for the Sudan and Congo. Call out the companies, spread the word. I will continue to watch and advocate and pray for the people of Sudan and Congo. The powers that be think they will destroy us. They never have and never will, and these people deserve to live in safety and peace. I'll go ahead and end it right here. Let me know what you thought, and I will see you in the next one.